Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and I haven't slept. I'm just going to come out and say that I have not slept. But we're starting off this vlog, a daily vlog, as in a day in my life, and my hair's all swept back because I'm going to try and do a bit of makeup because I feel like, I hate saying like death's door, but I feel really tired and just like, ugh. But my sleep has been really bad recently, and I want to just kind of get into talking about that whilst I do my makeup because there's a reason why my sleep's been a bit all over the place. So I'm starting off with my little simple daily skincare thing. Let's see if I can get it to focus. It's a simple one, but it's basically, I'll see if I can insert a photo because that'll be easier. It is a Triple Protect Moisturiser SPF 30. It is a really gloomy day today, so it's not going to be that, like, it's not going to be that sunshiny. Like, the weather in England has been really nice lately, but just not today, apparently. So I'm using the viewfinder at the moment just to put like blobs on my face, and then I'll get a mirror in a second because, yep. So my sleep has been really bad for one of two reasons. I have been focusing on a diamond art for my brother, and I'm actually giving it to him tomorrow. So that's kind of now coming to an end. But what I then ended up doing was I ended up finishing it last night, and we're talking like less than 2 hours ago I finished it, or less than 4 hours ago, whatever. I finished it, I got into bed and I was like, right, time to sleep. And then my brain just wouldn't shut up. My brain was just like, right, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I could not sleep because my brain was just like, there is so much you need to do. And a lot of it was actually YouTube based. A lot of it was YouTube ideas and YouTube things to do. And I've been really inspired lately because I've been watching a lot of creators, and these creators are like vlog creators, and they're like, I'm trying to see if I'll insert like some pictures maybe around my head of like people that have really been inspiring me lately to create this sort of content, because I watched one lady, and I'll see if I can put a link to her video as well, but she was basically just sitting outside the back of her house doing art and putting it into a vlog, and it was actually super heartwarming just to like see someone be normal, you know? So I thought, let's make it semi-professional but also really normal, and can we just take a moment to like appreciate the glow of my skin with that moisturizer. So I'm gonna let that soak in and just continue my little talk. My mental health has been fine, like the actual element of my mental health and how I'm doing generally has been fine, but just my sleep has been really bad. So like the first day I had really bad sleep, I didn't sleep until 6, and then ever since that day it's just been like a knock-on effect, like a domino effect of all the days. Sorry, I can feel a little bit there. But all the days have literally just been like, I have not been following a pattern of days. I've been super duper tired, which is kind of unlike me. I've not really been doing a lot, and I don't know if it's because I've fallen out of a routine, because it being the summer holidays, and for those of you who are just coming across this video, I work in a school. So here in the UK, schools have like 6 week summer holidays. But because I work in a private school, we have 8 weeks, which is really like a lot. So, sorry, all the squeaks in my chair, by the way, it's a bit broke. So we have 8 weeks summer holiday, and almost nearly 9 to be fair. So it's quite hard because now I'm out of a routine, and I came into the summer holidays thinking, oh, I'll keep a little thing to keep me accountable. And I actually have. I kept like a little notebook. So let me show you. I have this notebook here, which is just like one from the pound shop, which is actually really cool. It just says dreams on it. It's a really cute little standard little notebook, and I think it was £1.50 or something like that. I left the first page blank to be able to put like a title page. Still haven't done that. Week 1 was doing really well. I got to the 10th of July and had a period, and my period was kicking my ass. I haven't really talked about my period and stuff like that on here because I just kind of felt that being a slightly overweight girl, it kind of means my period is a little bit all over the place. And so I had my period on the 10th, started my period. It was my first proper period in like, I'm gonna say like 4 months. Like, I sometimes get very light sort of spotting, but I don't really call that a period. Like, it's not a proper period. This was my first proper one in like 4 months. So I was quite happy to have it, but at the same time it made me like super tired. and I just didn't really know what to do, you know? So I slept a lot that time. That was like 2 to 3 days of solid, like, kicking my ass, right? So we get to the 13th, and I managed to do a few little bits. I'm still feeling rid of rubbish myself, but I managed to wash the dishes, take the rubbish out, take my recycling out, right? So I'm keeping myself accountable by writing it all down here and being like, this is what I've done. 14th, again, I was feeling rubbish, but I had a lazy day. I went to Asda with my mum and I put my shopping away. And just writing little tiny things like that and keeping myself accountable was actually really helping me. And then week two, so this is like 15th to the 21st. So this is like last week. 15th, I was on dating apps, did TikTok videos, I did a video called My Best Friend, and I filmed some YouTube videos. So that was like the Monday, and I remember filming like quite a few videos, and then getting to the point of like, okay, I feel really exhausted now, I haven't really slept. I've still got loads to edit, to be fair. For those of you who also are new here and don't know, I do Mental Health Mondays, which is like a mental health or like just a health related video on a Monday. And I try and make it mental health. And then on a Friday, I do more of a fun style vlog haul, a holiday vlog if I'm going on holiday, like that sort of thing happens on a Friday. And I've been laxing, not been doing my Fridays because I've just not had the ideas to do my Friday right. So then 16th we get to, I had a doctor's phone call and I had another video called My Best Friend. And then 17th, I did 2 sinks of washing up. Now, this is where things were kind of like, I was being very productive with like trying to clear my flat and stuff, which actually, the place I'm sitting in now, I never used to have this much space around me, like just looking at the floor and seeing how much floor space there is. And I'm hoping my mum, when she comes tomorrow, I'm hoping she's going to be like, oh, look, there's more floor space here, because there genuinely is. And then the 18th, I was really productive. I did 4 loads of laundry, 3 sinks of washing up, and I like had a video call with My Best Friend. But then that was the day that everything went downhill and I overdid it. I overdid it so much that I had a migraine on the 19th, I slept, and that's when my sleep just went out of whack and it just hasn't come back since. And we're currently sitting on the 25th. So yeah. The 20th, I managed to get up and I managed to make a bit of a schedule that I was going to try and keep to, but a load of those have got crosses in them because I didn't actually manage to do it. But I did edit 2 different videos and I scheduled some bits. So I felt semi-productive even though 2 days prior I'd really overdone it. And then we get like, so the 20th I did all that. The 21st, nothing. 22nd, I half organised my wardrobe. And the reason I say half is because I organised everything that was in the wardrobe, but there's also washing around my flat that needs to get put away. So that is the other half that I haven't done. So that's probably going to be something to do soon. 23rd, I organised. So this was another day that I kind of semi overdid it, but didn't really overdo it like fully, right? So I organised under my dining table. I don't really eat dinner at my dining table, and it's a table that has like my ice machine, all my drinks, my electrolytes powder, all that sort of stuff on it. It has everything to do with my like water and health in a way. And so that's all on there. And I actually managed to clear enough space to give my massive error in my tiny flat a home. And that felt really, really good and productive to be able to do that. And then I prepped some Vinted parcels, managed to get Vinted sales. And yesterday again, I prepped a couple more Vinted parcels. And I know that as of last night, there is 2 people that have offered me like something. One was for a bundle, and the bundle with 10% discount came to £8.55, and she offered me £7. So I rejected it and said, can you do 8, which is like in the middle, and she's already getting the 10%. So it kind of like, she's getting it for quite a good deal, basically. She's doing like 5 or 6 items, something like that. And then the other lady wanted just a phone case, like that's for my phone, but like I don't like it. It's like an elephant's phone case. And so she wanted it for £1.50 rather than 2. I just accepted that and was just like, here you go, you can have it for £1.50. And I'm hoping that before I go out today, I'm hoping that they respond and that I either buy or don't buy, because I want to be able to get out of the house and I want to be able to actually get something productive. And then if I need to come home later and like crash and sleep, I can. But also, I'm seeing my brother tomorrow, and it was his birthday on the 10th, and I didn't manage to see him that weekend after because he was working, but he's coming tomorrow, and I've got a massive present for him, which I'm hoping I'm going to be able to prep in this vlog for you so you can see what I'm getting him. And I'm kind of just toying between 2 different ideas, right? So I've got him a diamond art picture that was talking about earlier in this like little chat. I've managed to finish that, and I've managed to sort that all out and stuff like that. So I've got to actually put it inside of the frame. So that's got to be done. The frame's behind me, by the way. It's a massive frame, but I want to try and prep that later in the vlog. I want to go shopping first, though. So we're going to go shopping first. We've got a bit of a list to go and do. We've got to get some eyeshadow brushes and stuff like that. I've got to go and catch Superdrug order. I've got to go and do quite a few little bits and pieces. So I'm really, really hoping that I can sort everything today, because as much as I'm not feeling the best, I really do want to sort my life. And I say sort my life in the most nicest way, because my life's never going to be perfect. I've come to that realization that my life is never going to be perfect, and I'm going to go into another video talking about, actually no, I might talk about it here, because this is going to be a long vlog anyway, so let's talk about it. I've been struggling a lot recently, and I think that's part of why my sleep's been really bad, with the realization that I'm 29 next month, and I've only had one proper relationship, and that didn't end very well, and I'm just not going to get into it, but it didn't end very well. And so now I'm currently single, and I've been trying to get into a relationship. I feel ready to get into a relationship, but also toying with the idea of, I identify currently as bisexual. I used to identify as a lesbian and now I identify as bisexual. And I feel that I was lesbian because I was traumatized. And I think bisexual is me kind of saying, I do fancy guys, I do fancy girls, but it only, like, it's almost like bisexual, but if you know the real term, like demisexual, where you have to actually have a connection with that person first. It's demisexual technically, I suppose, but bisexual because it's both men and women. And I've been talking to a couple of people, and if you're watching this, hi. One of them knows my YouTube. She asked my YouTube and she's been checking it out, and she said that she actually was watching it a bit. So thank you for watching it. You know who you are. We've been talking for a while, and actually, I don't know. I've just been really, really struggling with the comparison, I suppose. So I have two younger brothers, and I've been really struggling with the comparison of how I am in life versus how they are in life. And I think it's really hard for me because they are so much younger than me. Like, there's 5 years between me and the middle brother, and then another further 5 to 6 years between me and the youngest. So there's like 11 years between me and my youngest brother. And both of those brothers seem to be better off financially. Well, they are better off financially. They have their heads screwed on a lot more than I do. And I'm still 29 and I'm still not in a full-time job. I haven't got a relationship. Like, my brother, who's 5 years younger than me, has been in a relationship for over a year now. Like, I feel like I'm just not at the same point in life as them. So I had this conversation with my best friend the other day, and she said to me, Deanna, you need to give yourself grace for the fact that you have been in and out of mental health hospitals for pretty much the whole of your teen years. Well, it wasn't the whole of my teen years. It was from 17 and then into like when I was until about 23, 24. And so she said, you've had like a good 5 years of being really, really unwell. So you need to give yourself grace for the fact that you've lost those 5 years. Like, you haven't had those 5 years. So where my brother is now, who's 5 years younger than me, is kind of where I should expect myself to be at. And I said, but I'm nowhere near where he is at. Like, he's got his head screwed on, he's financially stable in his current situation. And my best friend just said to me, take one day at a time and try and work for your goals. So I've got so many goals that I want to achieve and so many different aspirations. And some of them are really, really big goals. Like, I was talking to another friend the other day and I was saying to her, I have so many goals that I want to achieve, but I feel that I need to really map out what goals I'm gonna have to achieve first. So I'm gonna go and do my makeup and go and, well, I'm only basically gonna do a very light makeup. I'm gonna go and do that, and I'll be right back to talk to you about goals and my plan for the next, well, the last 6 months of the year. And I'm gonna talk about how I'm hoping my mental health is gonna be as well in that part of the vlog. And then today we're gonna go into town. We're gonna get some bits, and then I'll probably do a Primark haul and all that sort of stuff, like in another video. But I'm aware that I've been rambling for 15 minutes now, so this is going to be a really, really long video. But I know that some people love these sorts of chatty videos, and I personally love them when people are talking about real issues in their life, and they're talking about things that they're really, really struggling with. Like, I really relate to that. So I'm hoping that I can touch one person just by talking about silly little things like crying over not being in the place that you thought you were going to be. Like when I was 18, even though I didn't want to be alive, I thought that if I am alive now, which I am, obviously, I'm here, but I thought if I'm alive in 10 years' time, I want to be married with children, and I'm nowhere near that. I'm not even in a relationship. I still really want to be a mum. And I'm hyper aware of my fertility clock as well, which is another thing I want to get into. But I just have so much love to give, and I want to give that to somebody and multiple people. I want to love on a husband or a wife and have kids and have a family that I see all these family vloggers having, and I'm jealous, I suppose. Like I watch people like Rose and Rosie um and like I forgot their name. Not Enough Nelsons is one as well, but there's Ella and Avery are the two little kids. I'm trying to think what their actual YouTube name is, but I'll put it in as a little icon or something. But they they have the life that I would dream of. Anyway, let's get into my makeup. I'll be right back. Okay, I have a confession to make. I actually ended up doing a bit more of a full face than I really planned on doing, but it makes me look like I've had sleep, which I haven't, which is perfect for today. Also, I just wanted to shout out this product. I think I do need to get a slightly darker colour, but my eyebrows, if you take a quick look at my eyebrows, so if you compare to like the previous clip where I hadn't done my eyebrows, I overplucked my eyebrows and still actually I'm really bad at overplucking my eyebrows. But this product, I'm going to show you it. It's called the NYX Thick It Stick It thingy. See if it will actually grab it. But it's called that. And basically, I've got the one, I think it's in espresso, but I think I do want to get a slightly darker one because when I put it on, I can tell that I need a shade darker, especially because this one's fine when I haven't tinted my eyebrows, but because I've tinted my eyebrows, I feel like I need the shade darker when I've tinted, and when I haven't tinted, then this is fine. Like when it's the tints run out, sort of thing. So this is how my face is looking. It looks like I have slept, which I haven't, which I am here for. Not going to lie. Energy drink, half of it's in my system. And I still feel exhausted, but I've decided that if I still feel really exhausted by the time I've got to actually get the bus, which is in not like, it's in ages, I don't need to get the bus until like 3 hours or something like that. So I don't obviously want to do anything else, but what I might do is I got some powdered, what's it called? Powdered, I'm trying to think what they're called. Powdered electrolytes is what it is. It's a bulk packet of powdered electrolytes. So basically, you just scoop it in your water, give it a shake, or you give it a mix or whatever, and it goes in your water and it helps you to stay hydrated better. And I usually use the fizzy tablets that go in your water, but I decided because they were costing me an arm and a leg, get this massive pack of it. It's like a kilo of it or whatever. And I got one of those, like, the milk tub powder things that you can get for baby's milk. Got one of those, and I was thinking, great, I'm going to do that. So because I bought this product, I was like, right, I need a way to kind of like store it. So I brought actually a baby's milk powder tub that's not like one you get in a store. It's like a tub you could decant it into, but it's still got like the measuring scoop that you scoop and you scrape it off and whatever. So I got one of those off the TikTok shop, and I am actually going to be making a video of TikTok made me buy it, and I'm actually going to be sharing some of my favorite products from the TikTok shop because I am very influenced by TikTok shop, and some of the products have been absolutely amazing, like my primer that I've got on today, which is like the red grippy primer. Perfect, absolutely love it. And some of the products I've got are actually cheaper to get on the TikTok shop than they are to get on like Amazon or eBay or anything like that. So yeah, I am happy with that. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check my Vinted and see if those people, I mean, and it's only like just coming up to 7 o'clock, so I doubt these people have replied, but I'm going to see whether they have.